Ooh, well, if I wasn't cold before, I definitely am now. Yep, so I wanted to show you guys our lights tonight for our light show. David got my puppy out, so whew, very cold. It's gonna be a short clip tonight. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not in my warm car tonight, so hope you guys like it. Bye. Abby. Abby, what time is it? Is it Advent time? What time is it? Are you gonna find day 20 for me? Find day 20 for me. Huh? Where's day 20 at? Are you gonna make me find it for you? Okay, let's have a look here. Day 20. I found it. Found it, day 20. It's hard to do this with only one hand, you know. Well, let me make sure. Okay. Day 20. I know you're very excited, but you know what? You don't have thumbs, so you can't be really helping me until I get it open, can you? What do we got? Did they jip you? Oh, one. Here, let me show everybody what you got. Hold on. This is what Abby got today. She got one, like, little chicken nugget. Here you go. Oh, you better enjoy it. You only got one today. Say you only got one? What was that? It's because you get the big one at the end of the week. I know you're searching, huh? Look at you get this big long one. You get that one at the end of the week. You excited about that? Yeah? You're not even going to listen to my joke today, are you? No. Are you mad at me? I mean, I guess I can go find Damon. You can get up on the couch with me? Get up here. Get up here. Get up on the couch with me. No? Fine. Hey, Damon.
Can I help you?
Maybe. Feel like answering a question for me?
Sure.
So, if Santa lives at the North Pole, where does the Easter Bunny live?
Easter Island.
The East Pole? I don't know. That I don't know. I guess if you've seen one Santa, you've seen them all. The mall? Do you get it? This is like the really bad page. What did Santa say when he ended up at the South Pole one Christmas?
I don't know.
I'm a lost clause. That one's funny, right?
The first two were terrible.
But that one made up for it, right?
A little bit.
That's funny. It was good. Hey guys, how are you doing? It's Heather, the Crochet Witch. Welcome to Vlogmas Day 20. There's only 4 more days till Christmas Eve. Well, 3 more days till Christmas Eve, depending on how you're counting it down, right? Ooh. So 4 more days till Christmas. It's cold in here, sorry. I did not grab my sweater. It's freezing in here, actually. Ooh. So hi, how are you? I hope you had a good weekend. Today, as you are watching this, is Monday, December 20th, and officially the last day of my vacation, which makes me very sad. I don't think we have any plans. Like, obviously, I'm, as you know, filming the night before, so I have not slept yet. But as I wake up, I don't think we have any plans. You know how I said my plan for the tree and the decorations, now that there's only like 4 or 5 days till Christmas, had worked, and by putting our tree looks so bare, and there's like 4 decorations on it because David never went down to get the stuff, and he said that his day off, which was, as you're watching this, yesterday, as I'm recording this today, Sunday, either way, Sunday, he said he was going to go down and get it. Well, turns out he didn't have Sunday off. He's supposed to. But because his schedule got kind of like messed up this week because of his overnights, he has Christmas Eve off, which is his Christmas day. So either way, like Christmas at some point he has off. And so he's working Sunday today, yesterday, as you're watching it. Was that confusing enough? And he was only going to go in a few hours because they told him they really didn't need him that long, but he is still gone. And as of right now, I don't have a watch on. I don't know why I do that all the time. But as of right now, I think it's 5 or 6 hours that he's been gone. So he may as well work a full shift, which is fine. But I'm like, oh, it's another night with no decorations. We might as well just not decorate. Anyway, I mean, it's got a couple Stranger Things decorations on it. I mean, that's good enough for me, I guess. So yeah. So today was the Pokemon Go event that Damon and I were doing, because David ended up sleeping since he worked tonight. So we went out and did that. I didn't feel good. So like, I don't know what's been wrong with me. Like, I think I mentioned last night, like, it's not like I felt sick. I just didn't feel good. And that continued through the day. Like, I just didn't feel right. Like, have those days. I just didn't feel good. I feel better, but like, I haven't eaten all day. And I feel like if I eat, I'm going to feel not good again, but I'm hungry. So I'm gonna try to eat something after I record this. We'll see how it goes. When we were doing the Pokemon event, like, I finished all the stuff for it yesterday. I was really just going along for the experience and stuff with the game. But we did that to a certain point, and then we went to go see the new Ghostbusters movie with Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things. He plays Mike in Stranger Things. And Mike is actually my least favorite kid. I don't dislike him. Again, I don't dislike that many people in the show, period. But he's my least favorite kid. So I definitely didn't like watch the show because of him. But like, oh my gosh, I adored his character in the Ghostbusters movie. Like, I adored him. I adored the whole movie. I mean, I'm an 80s kid. Like, we've already established that I was very, very, very young in the 80s. Almost non-existent. But I still claim them as my own, even though I probably don't remember them as well as others. But I remember them enough for me, I guess, is the best way to put it. Like, I still remember the feeling of them. And yeah, I loved the 80s, and I love looking back on them now. I love everything about them. Like, I'm definitely, music-wise, an 80s girl. And one of the Ghostbusters was the 90s, though, right? Like, were both of the Ghostbusters the 90s? No. The Ghostbusters came out in the 80s, didn't it? I'm certain it did. Guess I should have looked that up, but I didn't plan on kind of rambling about that. But I mean, either way, like, late 80s, early 90s, some of the original guys made like a cameo in it. I won't give anything else away in case you guys are planning to watch it, but it has been out for quite some time. Like, even in our little rinky-dink theater, this is probably the last week of it there. So like, I don't really feel like I'm giving away spoilers to anybody who genuinely wants to see it. Like, I feel like I'm one of the last people that genuinely wanted to see it and just kept not seeing it for reasons. But in case you do, I won't give away anything else. But it was a really good movie. I totally didn't cry at the end of it. I cried at the end of it. I get sentimental with stuff like that. I don't know why. But I did. I'm going to blame it on the fact that I didn't feel that great today. But, so that happened. And then we got our grocery shopping done in pretty record time. I'm pretty impressed with Damon, to be honest. He's usually not capable of getting through the store in a record amount of time, but he knew I really was feeling cruddy earlier, so yeah, he did a really good job of it. So hats off to Damon, like, good job, Damon. But yeah, so good job. And I don't think there was a whole lot else. Like, we didn't do a lot interesting that I had to take you guys around for. I wasn't feeling fabulous, so I didn't really think to like record us like Pokemon hunting. We didn't even find a house tonight because I was like just wanted to get home so badly that we went from the movies to the store and the store to home, and it was like dark, but I was like, I just want to get home, and I didn't even think about it. So hopefully if I got it, the clip that you guys saw was my archway that David got. He finally did take down my pumpkin, my little blow up pumpkin guys, and he got up my Christmas puppy. So we actually have a Christmas Halloween house now. But so that would be the lights for the day. I do have something yarn related. Thank you, by the way, for the tip on the faux fur, the pink meow faux fur, on, I think it was Lovecrafts yesterday. I'm waiting to see, because I think I'll be done with this tonight or tomorrow. Because, like, I didn't really work on it last night a lot, because I wasn't feeling great last night either. I worked on it, like, a little bit. And then I didn't work on it this afternoon because I was out. So just, like, this evening is when I actually worked on it. But the Feels Like Butter Santa's favorite hat that Damon wanted, I have gotten this much. It's black against dark, sorry. I've gotten this much done so far on it. And Damon's got a big old head, so it's going to take a little bit extra. So that's why I have that's not why, but I'm glad I have the second skein. Because I'll probably use most of it. He's got a big old head. Because I told him, I was like, well, if I don't get it done, you can use my black hat. It won't have the pink around it, but it has like white fluff and my hat's black. And he's like, I don't want to stretch it out because I have a little baby head and he's got like a big old caveman head. So, but anyway, he just wanted his hat is what he wanted. Honestly, that is why. But, but this is how much I got done so far on it. So, I mean, not terribly bad for a day's work. Well, an evening's work, right? So, and then I got my little stitch marker, my dragon eye, monster eye, whatever you want to call it, from Rose. Rose likes crochet. Hi, Rose, if you are watching. I know she said she doesn't have a lot of time to watch a lot of Vlogmases, so I'm not sure if she is watching or not, but hi. What else? Oh yeah, I did not bring in the Stranger Things graphic novel yesterday that I said I would. So I just thought I would show you. This is the Christmas special. It's 11 getting her presents. And there's two covers, which, yes, I ended up getting both. But it's the same book, too. I'm ridiculous. But, you know, I like to look at it as I'm supporting my friend Joe, who has... This is from his comic shop, and he ordered them because he knows I wanted them. And when I went in, he was like, I got both of the artwork covers so you can pick. And when I was looking at them, I found things I liked about both. I didn't bring the other one in here, but I was looking through them and stuff, and I was like, you know what? I'll just get both of them. So I supporting him, right? I just thought it was cool because there's like ghosts here and everything, and then there's the Demogorgon in a Santa hat over here. And on the other cover, there's like Hopper's got a Santa hat on. Like, it's not this cover at all. There's like 11 and Mike, I think, are up here with a present, and then like Hopper's back here with a Santa hat on, just kind of lounging back. And I think Joyce has got Christmas cookies, and then like somewhere over, like somewhere else is like Mike and Dustin and Lucas, and they're hanging out, and then so it's just different little cute scenes, you know. But this cracks me up because basically it's 11's first Christmas, like not as an experiment in a lab. And so the kids, Will and Jonathan actually decided to surprise her because it's the 80s. So they sat in front of the TV for weeks, and on the VCR they recorded, do you guys from the 80s remember doing that? They recorded TV specials that were coming on and Christmas movies and stuff like on video. So they had this like these stacks of VHS tapes, and they were like, pick this, pick like which one seems good and we can watch them together. So that's what they were doing. I'm trying to find this because as they were doing it, like she'd pick one and one of the kids would be like, oh, that's my favorite. It's about this. Like, just like for this one, Mike was like, the way he explained it, he goes, it's the story of Santa Claus. It's all about how Santa is and how he came to be. And it's like Santa's superhero origin story. And then Lucas chimes in at some point saying like, but it's stop animation or claymation or something like that. It's all done, Mike says it's all done with puppets, so it looks kind of real. It's like the Viewmaster slides with little figures instead of drawings. And then Lucas goes, stop motion animation. And they have like a discussion about that. So I believe that one that they're talking about is Santa Claus is Coming to Town, if you remember that old show, like the Christmas special. But as they're describing it, what 11 is seeing is people that she knows as the characters. So like I know I probably can't show a lot of it, but like there's Hopper as Santa Claus, but he's in like a Superman, like a SC for Santa Claus. That's his origin story. So he's the origin. And like when they were saying the elves found him, there's like the little elves in their red suits. But it's the kids. And then she picks a different tape, and Lucas is like, oh, I really like this one. It's about a monster who lives in the hills, and he hates Christmas and everything to do with it. And at the bottom of the hill is a town full of people who love Christmas. And then the monster decides to go down and steal Christmas. Well, of course, he's describing the Grinch who stole Christmas. But instead of the Grinch, the Demogorgon is the Grinch. And he sneaks into a house, and the house is the Wheeler's house. It just made me laugh. Like, and they ended up inviting the Grinch to Christmas dinner. And like there's one part where Lucas is still talking about it, and he goes, oh yeah, and I forgot the part where he had a dog. So like they didn't show it in here, but in my head I was like, the Demodog. Like Dart. They just go through, like the Scrooge one was Dr. Brenner as Scrooge, and there's a couple more. Like they're just cute. Like it was really funny seeing how like 11 was taking all the characters from Stranger Things and making them into the Christmas special. I liked it anyway. I just thought I'd share that. And that was supposed to be out in like November, but it had been delayed, and so it just came out, I don't know, like a week or two ago, and Joe just got it in, so I went and got it. So like if you guys are looking for it, or if by some chance you have pre-ordered it or something from somewhere, it should be out now. So it's cute. Anyway, I really like it. In the interest of moving on, because we're at 6 minutes here, or 16 minutes here, I am going to get moving and talk about my 12 Days of Christmas gift exchange with, sorry, I'm trying to warm up my hands, with Bella from Bella's Crocheted Gifts. I had a cheat sheet and I had to look at it. I think my brain is freezing. She is linked below. She's always linked below during Vlogmas because we have done the exchange. She is just starting out on YouTube. She's been around on Facebook doing her videos and such. And she makes really awesome things. You guys should definitely check her out. But yeah, she has been opening my gifts since day one because she's not doing everyday videos like me. She is doing every couple of days. So if you want to go check her out, you can see the stuff that I got her, and you can check out all the really cool stuff that she makes. Especially if you see it, I think it was in her thumbnail. Check out the episode where she did this amigurumi dragon. Like, oh my gosh, she is so talented. So talented. Anyway, for my gift opening, am on gift number 7, which is here. And this one is not like a extra squishy. It is a little bit rattly. I have 0 guesses what this may be, but we're going to find out. It's so cold in here, my nose is already getting kind of stuffy. Excuse me. Let's see here. Oh, yes. Away with this. Okay, first thing, ooh, more wrapping paper, sorry. First things first, the yum. So she got me Sour Bright Trolley, Sour Bright All-Star Mix, which is, I believe, sour, are they worms? Crawlers, sloths, octopus, llamas, and tiny hands. Ooh, tiny hands. I'll let you look at the back of it so you can see, but I love sour candy. I love it. Like my favorite candy is probably Sour Patch Kids, especially in the sour genre. But I really like, have you ever had Toxic Waste? It's supposed to be the world's most sour candy. I love it. Like, I could just sit there and literally just eat it. Like, it's not like so sour, you know, like, but it's good. It's really good. I don't know. If you guys like sour candy, have you ever had it? Because it's really, really good. It's yummy. They're warheads, basically, but more sour than warheads. Really good. Anyway, thank you for the candy. I like it already. And I bet Damon's going to steal this. And oh my God, look at the llama right here. I'm totally going to find that llama when I open this bag. And then, oh, okay, there's going to be crinkling because I'm just going to open him so I can show you. Sorry. So I am noticing a trend with the candy because I got Rolos last time that I got this little guy. And I know you can't see him that well, but it's a little Yoda who's like sadly reaching out for, you know. And look, here's a little Yoda who is kind of smugly reaching out this time. I love him. Thank you so much. I love Baby Yoda. See if there's room here in the pouch for 3-0. Here we go. Aww. Thank you so much. Oh, they're so cute. You guys are adorable. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking to my Baby Yodas now. Thank you, Bella. And then that leaves us with day 20 for the Stranger Things Advent Calendar. So if you have been joining us, like from the beginning, or any of the days, because I explain it every day, you know the deal with this. If you are new and not having not seen this before, what this is an advent calendar of yarn inspired by the characters from Stranger Things. I do not know. It is a mystery to me as well as you who is behind this tag for day 20 or any of the other ones. We're going to find out together in just a moment. I will stick a picture up of them right here. And then once the picture's up, that is the time where if you care about such things, I am going to talk about the character, where they fit into the show, probably my thoughts about them, and a little rant depending on who the character is, their relationship amongst the other characters and such, and anything. If I have any information like spoiler-wise from any of the like YouTube channels that talk about season 4, I will try to warn you in advance. I don't have a whole lot of that. Same with like fan theories of my own. Like I'll try to disclaimer it before I say anything. And yeah, once I'm done with all that, I will take the picture down. So if you don't really care about that, or if you have not seen it and don't want me to spoil it for you, you can just fast forward through it. And once the picture drops, I will reveal the yarn. We'll talk about the yarn, and I'll be done the wiser anyway. So it doesn't matter if you fast forward it or not. So just don't tell me, then I won't know. We're all good. So let us find out who this is. And I will try to keep my ranting down to a minimum, because I know I'm pretty long-winded. I know. And of course, feel free to comment down below about like anything. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to think the same things as me, or like if you have something to add on or whatever, like it's cool. I love talking Stranger Things with anybody, so like feel free if you are a fan of the show or the person that I'm talking about or the actor or actress that I'm talking about, like whatever, it's cool. Pop it down below. We're all friends here. So all right, day 20, let us find out together. Who is it? It's a short one. Who is that? That is out of focus. Joyce. We got a Joyce. All right. Picture of Joyce is going up here and now. And I'm going to try to keep this short. I do have some opinions though. And I'm going to try to limit them. But I have some. Okay. So, they're not all bad. They're not. I promise. Joyce is played by Winona Ryder, which most everyone seems to love Winona Ryder. I, even as a child of the 80s, had nothing for Winona Ryder. Nothing bad, but nothing good. Like, I wasn't the biggest Beetlejuice fan. I know there was other movies she was in that I can't think of right now that everyone loved. I wasn't the biggest fan. I'm sure she was in something that I really loved. Not the point, and I just said I was going to try to keep this at a minimum. But anyway, so what I'm saying is, I guess the point I was trying to get at is, I didn't like immediately come into this just like instantly knowing I was going to love the Joyce character because of Winona Ryder, because I didn't. Joyce is obviously the mother of Will, and Will is the child who first went missing in season 1, who started the whole thing. On November 6th is when he got abducted, which is why November 6th is Stranger Things Day, dubbed by Netflix. We can all celebrate it on November 6th every year, just so you know. But Joyce has not had the easiest of lives because she was married to Lonnie. Lonnie, we talked a little bit about last night because he was always, when he was home, he was fighting with Joyce. He was either not wanting to take the kids, or when he was trying to like force them. Like, Will didn't like stuff like baseball and sports games and stuff like that. And like when Lonnie came for the kids, that's what he wanted to take Will to and what he wanted to make Will do. He didn't want to take him to like concerts and to the arcade and to art shows or whatever it was that Will wanted to do. So that's why like Jonathan was always like, do you even want to go with Dad? Like, he doesn't do anything you want to do anyway. And Joyce was always trying to get him to go do things with the kids, but like he was not cool. Like, Lonnie was not cool with the kids at all. But Joyce was like a really tough woman. Like, I totally respect that about her. She split with Lonnie. He moved. She did not like Joyce Byers don't need no man. I'm just saying, she does not. People may have looked at her as like kind of like the town kook, and they kind of did. Like, there's been a couple of comments where people would say like, oh, I think like one of the cops said about Hopper when he was kind of like losing it when he knew that his apartment was bugged, but other people didn't know that. One of the comments that one of the cops made, Powell made, was, I think he's been hanging around with Joyce Byers too much, is what I think, because he was implying that Joyce is a little crazy. She is not one to pretend something, like to put up, what am I trying to say? She's not one to fake her way out of anything. Like in season 1, when Karen Wheeler brought her little girl over, when they brought her a casserole because of Will missing and trying to be neighborly and stuff, she basically scared the little girl because the little girl, Holly, saw the lights when Will was blinking the lights and stuff. And like Joyce was obviously concerned about her kid, but like maybe since she is a parent, anyone else may have realized like I'm dealing with a child, so like I have to like, oh, did you see something? What did you see? Or, you know, like, not Joyce. Joyce was like, what was it? What did you see? Like, you know, Karen had to tell her like, Joyce, you know, like, no, you're scaring my kid. Joyce is very forceful. When she wants something, she doesn't take no for an answer. She doesn't back down. When she first showed up in like episode 1 at Hopper's office, like Hopper was even like, he didn't know she was in there. He was trying to tell his secretary, like, yeah, just take a message, tell her I'll get back to her. And she was kind of like, well, she's already in there, you know, because Joyce was like right there, like before Hopper ever got there. Joyce was like, I've been calling for an hour. You need to get on this. My kid does not run away. Like, she wasn't taking no for an answer. She wasn't backing down. I don't think at that point it would have mattered if she had known Hopper since they were in school or not, because she was like that with pretty much anybody that was getting in the way of something that she knew she had to do, or something that needed to be done to save her kids. Towards the end of season 1, when Hopper and Joyce were captured trying to get Will back, when Nancy and Jonathan were trying to fight the Demogorgon and such, when Steve showed up there, Joyce literally told Brenner, like, he was trying to do the whole like help your country and tell us what you know kind of. I think that's the angle he was trying to work with her. I don't think he ever actually said help your country, but I think that's the angle he was trying to work with her, like, we need your help kind of thing. And she pretty much looked him dead in the eye and was like, look, I know what kind of stuff you do here, and you know, you can just F off. You know, like, she told him, like, you can go to and she said, I'm not going to help you. Like, I would never help you. Like, who do you think you are? And obviously he didn't like that. But that's Joyce. She's not going to back down for anything like that. In season 2, let me think. Because, like, season 2 was when 11 was missing. So, like, oh, that was when she had to take care of Will. And again, she was really strong because, like, Hopper wanted to be there again because, like, they were friends. And that's when I kind of feel the writers were trying to start pushing the whole romance angle a little bit. Like, we'll see in season 4 and or 5 what happens there. But I kind of feel like they were rushedly introducing that. So, like, but either way, definitely as her friend and as probably the chief of police, who was one of the only people in her life who knew what was going on, because he's just a good person on top of all that, Hopper wanted to be there. And, you know, like, he's like, let me go with you to the doctor, who was the new doctor who took over for Brenner. And let me help you, let me take Will, let me do this. Like, basically Hopper was like, you know, lean on me, like, trust in me, trust this, like, let me help you deal with this. And like, to an extent, like, maybe she was willing to let him be a shoulder to not to cry on, because Joyce really didn't do much crying either, except when Bob died, R.I.P. Bob. But he was an ear to listen, is what he was. And then after that, like, Joyce was the woman of action, you know. She was the one who decided what was best for her son. She didn't call her ex-husband and, oh, Will's sick, so I'm going to do this. Like, no, she knew what was best. She didn't care what her ex-husband had to say. Even when she was dating Bob, and I really truly believe she loved Bob, like, after a while of dating him and stuff. And when she realized that she could, like, really put her trust in him and everything, I believe she loved him. But, like, when it came time to, like, making decisions and stuff, Joyce made the decisions, because, like, it was her kid, you know, not in a mean way. And she wasn't just like F you, I don't care what you have to say. Like, if it was somebody she cared about, like Bob or Hopper or something. But, like, Joyce was a tough lady, is a tough lady. I do respect that about her. See, I told you not all of my opinions are bad. Where my opinions start going downhill with Joyce. In season 3, well, first of all, you guys have heard my ranting in the Hopper episode of this series. When her and Hopper, okay, we're like fast forwarding to season 3, I guess. But when she went and the group had split up and her and Hopper were down in the Russian lair. I was trying to decide if I wanted to back up again. I guess I kind of do want to back up, only to prove, like, because in season 3, before they went to the Russians, I'm sorry, I'm going to back up a little bit. Like, when they took Alexei and they got to Murray's house, and Hopper was basically calling the shots, because, I mean, he's the one that knew Murray. He's the one that, you know, had the gun. He's the one that was the officer of the law and was going to be responsible for Alexei if something happened, good or bad, to him, or if he got loose. So, like, yes, he needed to call the shots, but, like, at the same time, when he was like, we're going to do this, if it was anything that Joyce thought needed to happen differently in order to get some answers to help the kids faster, like, Joyce was the first one to say something. So, like, that's just another example I just wanted to bring up, that, like, she's a very, like, headstrong woman when it comes especially to her kids. Like, nothing is going to come between Joyce and her kids. So, like, that's so respectable to me. She pretty much told Hopper on the way home too. Like, he wanted to go, there was a disagreement about where to go and which order to go in. And she pretty much said, then you just drop me off and I'm going to go to where the kids are. Like, I don't need you. I'm going to, you know. So she's pretty goal orientated toward her children. And I mean, that's not a bad thing. But getting back to the fast forwarding to the end of season 3, when her and Hopper went down with Murray to the Russian prison. No, not prison. Prison was later. Sorry. The Russian encampment, like when they were down experimenting to open the gate and such. And I don't know. Maybe it's my love of Hopper, and I get that it goes back to her love of her kids, and she was doing it all to, like, she's ultimately the one that did save the world, and that's the good, honest trait about Joyce. But I guess maybe it's a good thing it was Joyce Byers and not Heather the Crochet Witch that was at the controls, because I don't think I could have pulled the key there and closed the gate and killed Hopper, because, like, I just couldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it. And after the fact, when they all knew that, here is my actual bad rant, because, like, okay, I don't like that she did the whole turning the key and killing Hopper thing, but I get that. What I disagree with wholeheartedly, and I I don't even feel like it fits her character at this point. So a tiny bit, well, no, the ending of the thing, for anybody that's seen season 3, this isn't even a spoiler for season 4 yet, but there will be a spoiler in a second. For those of you that have seen season 3 all the way through, at the very end, there's like that emotional scene when they're moving stuff because she's packing up the kids. She took 11 with her because they assume that Hopper's gone and dead, which that's logical. No arguments there. I don't even have an argument about taking 11 into her care because somebody needs to, obviously. Like, could they have probably explained things to Karen and Ted, and would Karen have Ted taken her in? Yes, I think they probably would have. And would that have been, like, better? Maybe. And Mike probably would have been much happier. Since he's dating her. And that was his original plan. Like in season 1, that was his plan was, you know, my mom will take you in and you can either live in the basement or I can, and you can have my old room then, or, you know, like he was, little Mike from season 1 had this big old plan, but like, okay, so I'm even going along with this. Like, yes, you've taken 11 in. We all get it. That's a great idea. Good on you, Joyce. And it is nice of her. But then, so her son Will has gone through multiple years of this trauma where he was stolen into the Upside Down. He was almost killed in the Upside Down. He was then possessed by this creature from the Upside Down. He was almost taken back by this creature's possession from the Upside Down fairly recently, mind you, because like in season 3, he had the whole pinprick on the back thing and had the mind flayer not went after Billy and used him as like basically his general. I'm sure he probably would have tried to retake Will. But Billy was apparently a much easier target. And because he was unsuspecting, Will would have fought him at that point, and poor Billy, did not. So after all of this, and like the people that do know about that, about all this trauma that Will had, were the kids. And like, yes, 11 would be going with them. And yes, his older brother, Jonathan, would be going with them. But Lucas, Dustin, Mike, Max, all of them are left behind in Hawkins. And what does Joyce do? She's like, I just am going to move my kids. Here's the spoiler part. So if you don't want to know where they went, I'm moving my kids to California. Because we know they moved. We didn't know where. Apparently it's California. Why? Like, okay, yeah, it's safer, maybe. But like, the government is who's hunting her, not the monsters themselves. Like, the monsters probably are on behalf of the government. But I'm sure the actual mind flayer isn't like, I need to get that 11 girl. The mind flayer wants the gate open, and the gate is in Hawkins. Yes. But I don't think he's zeroed in on specifically her, or he would have surely went after her in season 3. Like, yeah, in season 2, she was hidden and then gone. But in season 3, she was not. So I just don't think uprooting Will from like basically his support group of people was the answer. I really wholeheartedly hate that decision on the part of Joyce. Like, I don't like it at all. Yeah. I would say I also hate the fact that now Hopper's going to come back and, hey, look, there's no 11. There's no Joyce. There's no nobody. But, like, she does think that he's dead. So, like, I guess she can't live for that. You know what I mean? Like, as sad as it would be knowing that he's gone, she can't live for that. So I can't hold that against her either. But, yeah. My rant is over about that. Overall, I do like Joyce, though. Like, just because I wholeheartedly disagree with her decision to move and uproot her kids like that. Oh, and I lied. My rant is not quite over, but it's only a little bit of rant. She also then breaks up, she essentially, well, she doesn't break them up, but like she puts distance between two couples, not even just one, because Mike and 11 are together, and she's like, hey, now 11's in California with us, and Mike, you get to stay here in Indiana. And then Nancy and Jonathan did not break up, so they're together, and they had this really sweet moment, like, well, they both of the little couples did, but like Nancy and Jonathan had this really sweet moment, and they were like in tears and everything, you know, and I don't know, just, so she split them up, because then Jonathan's in California, and here Nancy's staying here. So it's like, I guess at least Nancy's old enough that she probably could have just went too, if she wanted. But at the same time, I mean, she's barely old enough, and like, that's a hard decision to make, right? Especially in the 80s when there wasn't like, it's not like she'd be like, hey, mom and dad, it's cool, I can text you every day, and I can like, I don't know, Skype you every day, and like, you're just picking up and moving to California? And I'm sure her parents would be like, with Joyce Byers? Really? But I don't know. Just, I think the overall move part for so many reasons was such a bad idea. I hope that they end up coming back. I know that one of the, another slight spoiler, but all this information is out there, like everywhere. And I think it's out there by Netflix, just the stuff that I'm saying. So like, I don't think it's too bad, but slight spoiler. One of the names of the little trailery things is like, we're not in Hawkins anymore, which is like, clearly they're not, because like Hopper's in Russia and they're in California. So I'm just saying, like, clearly they're not in Hawkins anymore, but like, I hope that doesn't mean they're staying out of Hawkins. I hope they're coming back to Hawkins. So anyway, now my rant is actually over. I promise I'm actually done. So pictures going down officially. And we're going to talk about this yarn. Sorry. I didn't realize I would get so worked up over Joyce Byers. And I wasn't even talking about like her and Hopper specifically. So like yesterday we saw, as far as guessing colors, we saw, like I was saying, Jonathan didn't surprise me as far as being oldie 70s-ish colors, because around Joyce's house with all of them, that's a reoccurring theme. So I'm wondering if Joyce will also be like an oldish, like a 70-ish or 60-ish type color. Like maybe like I would like to see like a gold and avocado green kind of, or brown and gold maybe, or something along those lines. But just something like old, like kind of recycled-ish, but we'll see. I have no other guess other than that. Do you guys have a guess? All right. Are you ready? Ooh, I don't know if I pulled the strings while I was like ranting, because I do that sometimes, I notice, but all right. Ready? Ooh, what do we got here? That is interesting. Okay, so I don't know how well this will show up or if it'll be kind of washed out, but like the Erica yarn had that neon yellow. There is like a washed out kind of neon yellow striped down through this. And then there's this really pretty speckling going on that's like purple and blue. And up here I noticed there's like a red and blue. This is almost like the Scoops Ahoy red and blue up here. And this over here is almost like the purple and turquoise of like Karen Wheeler and Nancy Wheeler's yarn right here. And then this is like Erica's neon yellow. Like this is very, it's very eclectic looking, which I guess matches Joyce's personality, honestly. Let me see. Cause like I know, oh yeah, that looks good. That's pretty good right there. You can see the yellow. It's really pretty and I like it a lot. I would have definitely expected something darker for Joyce. Like, I don't really know why. She's not a dark personality or anything. Just like, I just figured there would have been a more like I said, like 60s or 70s looking. But yeah, it's like a mixture of a lot of the yarns in the speckling department. Well, I guess it's a mixture anyway, because that's like I said, that's like Erica's striping. That's interesting. As far as like what would have been her inspiration, I'm going to have to keep up on her Facebook and hope she posts that because I'm really not sure. Do you guys have any thoughts on that? Other than being eclectically Joyce? I don't know. I don't know. So, but that is Joyce. That is day 20. And it's definitely pretty. I really like it. So, did you guys like it? It's been another long one because I can't shut up when I start talking about Stranger Things. I'm sorry. So, all right. I am just going to let you guys go and talk to you tomorrow. We have what? 1, 2, 3, 4 more small bags and a big bag. So would that be Lucas, Mike, Will, Dustin, and 11? I wonder. If that's the case, the big one has to be either 11 or Mike, I would assume. Like, Mike's kind of like the leader, but 11's more popular, I think, with people. I would pick Dustin to be the bigger one. Man, that would mean there's no Keith or Mr. Clark, though. Maybe next year. If you guys see any Stranger Things advent calendars for next year, you should let me know, because I will totally do another one. This lady's not doing one. She's doing a Nutcracker theme. But like, if somebody else decides to do one, especially with season 4 coming out, let a girl know. Let me know on my Facebook group or message me or email me. Let me know, would you? All right. I'm going to go and I will talk to you tomorrow, and I hope my clicker works. But, all right. I love you guys. Bye.